amazing people, and welcome to another episode of Chit and Chat with April and Kisha, where we talk about all things motherhood, sisterhood, adulthood, parenthood, childhood, the hood, all things the hood. So welcome.
And gather your favorite beverage and let's get to chit chatting.
All right, all right, all right.
All right. So, what are we going to start with? First of all, I want to tell everybody happy in the Halloween, happy Dia de los Muertos, and the Day of the Dead, and all the good stuff to come after that. Election day and everything. Go out and vote. Do all the good stuff. I'm trying to capture it all in because by the time we do the next one, it's going to be Thanksgiving. So I'm trying to push everything. Oh, happy Veterans Day. Daylight saving time and everything else.
All right, all right. So what we drinking today?
Girl, I have the Mountain in the Dew with a little Ciroc limonada in it.
All right, all right, all right. All right. Grab your favorite beverage.
Yep.
And I have my love that I'd had all day long and still drinking the ice, the milk, my little Coca-Cola. And it will be followed by some hot quality H2O, but I gotta drink this down first. So yeah, I've had it all day long. Because I've been working, girl, working.
It's flat. Good thing it ain't a beer, because you'd have to go ahead and wash your hair in that.
It still got little fizz in it. And I think, well, this came with the combo, so I'm gonna drink this.
Okay. I ain't win this last night. It wasn't all that great. I was a little upset. I was a little perturbed. Perturbed. I might have to put this to the side. I was a little perturbed and disturbed. Yeah, it was not my favorite. It was not my favorite.
Okay. Well. Yeah, so then before I go to bed tonight, I'll give me some high quality H2O because I'm still on my little water kick. Been on a water kick for what, 2 months? Only lost a pound.
Oh.
But anyway, that's another story. We're gonna keep it going.
That's all right. It's a pound round. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it going. So amazing people. We are going to complete the mom guilt series today. And even though we're completing the mom guilt series today, later on in the future in other episodes, mom guilt will come around as we're talking about all things motherhood, childhood, parenthood, dealing with our children, dealing with other people's children. So mom guilt will always come back around. Unfortunately, somebody out there will be feeling mom guilt and will need to know, how to handle the situation. But we're going to finish it, the 6-part series from my book, Mom Guilt, A Guide to Understanding What It Is, Why It Exists, and How to Manage It. And you can get the book on my website at www.lifeisamaze.com. And maze is spelled MAYS. So with that being said, y'all know I got to get my spectacles. Looking like my mama.
Mm-hmm. How your mama now?
Looking like my mama. So this one is about self-care. So it says, take it easy on yourself, mama. Mother Teresa, a quote from Mother Teresa. It's not about how much you do, but how much love you put into what you do that counts.
Okay.
So we discussed in the past about, everything moms do. We work, we take care of our kids, we take care of our significant others. We, we may be in sororities, we may be in the PTAs, we might be a soccer mom. We do a lot, but the more we do, we might feel like we're not doing enough. So one thing about mom guilt is you have to do self-care. Mm-hmm. And when you do self-care, you can relieve some of that guilt, depending on which way your mom guilt is going. But Mother Teresa, bless her heart, Mother Teresa, a saint, she says it's not about how much you do, but how much love you put into what you do that counts. So when we was talking one of the episodes, we talked about how our children might not have like the most up-to-date stylish clothes, or the toys that they want. But guess what? Whatever you give them, whatever you buy them in love and what's in your budget. And that is what should count. And if your child don't appreciate it now, eventually your child will appreciate it, because the older they get, trust me, the older I got, I felt like I'm like my mama. I took on her characteristics and habits, i.e. the glasses.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
what do you think about that, sister dear?
I think that that is absolutely true. That anything that um, you do it with love. Um, I mean, parenting itself, the reason that you have kids is because um you made them out of love, and you hopefully, and you have this love to give. So anything that you do from kids from day one, from the day of conception, you're going to do for that kid because you love them. Um so my kids didn't have the most name brand stuff, or they didn't have the most up to date. I mean, I had five. You got what you got. As long as you were clean and you had clothes on your back and food on the table, a roof over your head, I felt like I was doing something. Everybody was happy. You went to school, you did what you had to do. I really didn't have any problems per se. With while they were in school, except for one. But while they were in school, but I knew that I could go and anybody would say your kids are well mannered. They never did say, well, your kid wasn't taken care of or anything like that. Um, I knew everything that I did it with everything. There. I might go around here with a jumpsuit on, or a jogging suit, or I ain't gonna say I'm out here with my hair in a bonnet and rollers and pajama bottoms on trying to go somewhere. But I'll go out with a t-shirt and jogging pants on, or leggings or something like that, because I just didn't have the time. Plus, I wanted to be comfortable because I was a mama of five kids and I had a bunch of stuff to do, and a working mama. But I made sure my kids looked like, they had stuff.
Presentable.
So yeah,
Presentable.
I made sure my
Yeah.
kids, looked like they were loved and cared for.
Exactly. Exactly. So moms, whatever you doing, just do it with love. Like I said, you may have some children that don't appreciate what you do, but eventually, as time goes by, they will appreciate it. And you'll see, like, you can tell them something and you be like, they're not listening, and then they do something that that you had told them, and you like, they really were listening. Because especially when they
Mm-hmm.
get to be teenagers don't like nobody. They don't even like themselves half the time. So
Exactly.
they listening. They just trying to act like they not listening to you. So you continue to love on your children. Um, so this passage is gonna be a short passage. If you are feeling bad about your parenting, here are a few internet jokes to help pull you out of your guilt and hopefully give you a laugh. So y'all ready to do some laughter? Okay.
Wait a
Now,
minute, I'm the queen of jokes. So
so some of y'all moms, I'm dating myself, but some of y'all moms may be our age, some may be older, some may be younger. So some of y'all may not know who this next character is, but to those who do, you'll think it's funny. Don't be too hard on yourself. The mom from E.T., the movie, had an alien living in her basement for days and didn't even notice. Did she not?
girl,
Had a whole alien living in her basement for days and didn't even know she had an alien in the basement.
and they fed the kid and everything.
Yeah. Had them at the dinner table, covered up.
Yeah, yeah. She done
Yep.
gave everything pizza and everything. Okay.
Yep. So that's for us moms who watch extraterrestrial ET, phone home.
Yup. Exactly. You right. She sure didn't.
Okay. One
Bless her.
meme. I'm sorry. You had something to say?
I said bless her.
Yeah, I just said bless your heart. Another one is one meme states all these moms are on Pinterest making their own soap and reindeer shaped treats for the holidays. And I'm like, I took a shower and kept the kids alive today.
Amen.
And that is an accomplishment.
Yep.
To
It
some
is.
to some mothers, you can get up and you take a shower today, you'd have kept the kids alive, meaning you'd have fed them, you would cared for them, and that is an
They
accomplishment.
still breathing and everything.
They still
Yep.
breathing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it is with some households and some moms. Just rolling out
I'd
of
have been
bed.
there many a day.
Yep, just rolling out of bed and taking a shower. Because
Yep.
your household can get so chaotic that you cleaning, you cooking, you making sure they okay, you trying to keep them from fighting and acting all kinds of crazy, and you running here and there and all that stuff, and then you're like, well, did I take a shower today? I got them, babe, but did I take a shower today?
Yeah.
So, did I even eat today? Because
Off their plate.
around, especially like on the weekends, when you think you'll get rest, but they got to go to soccer practice or a soccer game or a football game, or they want to go to this or da, and you taking them everywhere, and your husband or significant other want to do A, B, C, D, or you might be a single parent and you just trying to stay alive, and you just getting your children together, and it's just chaotic, and you just like, did I even eat today? They ate, but did I eat?
Yep.
So that's another thing. Another one is, if you're feeling guilty about your kids watching too much TV, so that's the too much screen time, put the subtitles on and mute the sound. Now they are reading. So you know how everybody got the TV and they got the caption. When you hit the caption, the words will come across a subtitle. So put the caption on, mute it, and they got to read the subtitles of what's going on the cartoons, the movies and stuff. So now they reading.
Either that, or if they can't read, they're going to get up and move. So they'll get up and go do something else. So you ain't got to worry about them having screen time.
So if they're having too much screen time, they either reading, which is education, or they going to get up and do something else, so they won't be having screen time.
That's right.
So
absolutely.
So now that you maybe have a smile on your face, listen, don't let the weight of guilt crush you as a mom. Be kind to your kids, but also be kind to yourself.
Yes.
What you say about that, sister?
Definitely. I was the worst at taking care of myself. I was. I would take care of everybody. I mean, look at my hair now. I'm just saying, this is my go-to. This is my daily go-to. My hair is generally down my back. This is my daily go-to. Because you know what? I get up and I pull it back and I wash and I take care of myself. And then I go and I start taking care of my kids. And that's what I do until I come home, and I have to then put everybody down, get everybody straight, and then I take care of myself again by getting in the shower and then go to bed, and the hair's still like this. So I mean, it is what it is. That's Monday through Friday. And on Saturday,
Sunday too.
Yep. And on Saturday and Sunday, it's probably still like this, because then I gotta run this place and run that place and do this and do. And then some days I just be like, you know what? I'm just not doing nothing.
Yep. And then on the holidays, she'll have it up. The bun will be on top of head.
The bun be on top of my head because I got to cook.
Because you got to cook.
I gotta cook. And those who know me know I don't like no hair around my food. That's my thing. I can see anything, blood, guts, broken bodies, parts, everything, gunshot wounds, whatever. But if you put a hair on my plate, on my shirt, I'm going to gag.
And she'll nurse y'all.
I be like,
she's a nurse, y'all. So now she can deal with all that, but she can't deal with hair.
Nope, not hair.
Don't put no long hair.
I do, but I cannot deal with hair. That is my pet peeve.
And her hair is longer than mine. It's literally down her back.
I can't.
So to wrap this up, moms, learn from your mistakes. Ask your children for forgiveness when you have done something wrong, and do the best that you can. Tomorrow is a new day and a new opportunity. You will continue to make mistakes as you go, but you will also grow and become an even better, stronger, and more capable mom. Remember, moms, you got this.
Yep. And you do. And you do. And I mean, you can ask your kids for forgiveness, but I just be like, look, baby, I done did the best I could.
Well,
at this point, we on this struggle bus together, and I don't know who driving.
Well, I think how I see the asking for forgiveness is sometimes us as parents, we take stuff out of our anger. And our children probably ain't even did nothing, even though these kids today is something for the people. But our
Oh
child
yeah.
might not even did nothing. We could be harboring something that happened to us at work or somebody else at home, and we in a bad mood, and then they come and snap, or they come and want to hug or just want to talk, and then you snap at them. But then when you snap at them, they gone thinking they did something and they haven't, and you going about that business. That's how I see this. In my perspective, is if you done something and you may not intentionally meant to do it to them, and you know you'd have done something and it's affecting your child, then apologize, because we're humans too.
Yeah.
Apologize. So like, if child, I still feel bad over this, y'all. I spanked my child one time, and my child didn't get a lot of spank. I know you see him, you see how you should have my sister looking, because my child didn't get a whole lot of spankings because my child's just the bomb.com. But I spanked my child out of error for something. And y'all just don't know how bad I felt when I realized it wasn't him.
Well, what did he do? What didn't do?
Girl, it wasn't him. It was his daddy. Excuse me. So it was his daddy that did it. And I thought it was him. But he didn't. But the thing is, when I asked my child about it, he didn't speak up and say, no, blah, 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 dee. So I took it that he did it. And I spanked her, and then come to find out it was his daddy. So then I had knocked his dad upside the head. No, I ain't do that, y'all. But anyway. But I felt so, oh my God, I felt so bad. I cried because I literally spanked my child. And you spank him, he crying. And then, yeah, I felt so bad. And then me and his dad had to have some words, had to have some extra words, because now I'm feeling bad because I just spanked my child out of error for something that you did.
Yeah.
So
the sad thing is the dad didn't speak up.
Yeah, and see, and that's what I'm saying. We were all in the room together.
That's messed up.
So, and then after you spanked it, then the dad is like, well, no, because I did such and such. And I'm sitting there like, I done spanked my
didn't you say
child.
anything?
And I ain't, when I said spank, when I spanked him, it won't like when we got spanked, because I won't running around the room.
Oh, yeah.
In a circle or nothing like that. It was like 3-4 taps on the butt. But the point is, I spanked my child.
Yeah.
And was about to put him on punishment. But he didn't get on punishment. And I just felt so bad about that in error. So of course I had to apologize. And of course I was crying because I spanked my child in error. And I was apologizing because I was the disciplinary one.
Yeah.
And yeah. Which like my sister's face expression when I say I spanked him, because my child isn't a type of child that will get spankings all the time or do whatever. So yeah, child. So yeah, so as a mom, I felt guilty, and I had to go and apologize to my child. And of course, I'm crying and snotting and carrying on. Then I had to have some choice words with his dad. but that's a whole nother story. And yeah, we're gonna keep on going. So, and I know some people on here is like, they don't believe in spanking and they don't believe in that. And like I said, we can agree to disagree. My thing with spanking is, I'm not out here beating the crap out you, abusing you, treating you like you a slave or like you a runaway slave and
Yep.
all kinds of stuff, and you having whelps and all this. And
Yep.
I ain't that type of person. That's abuse to me.
Yeah.
But
And we're gonna talk about what you're getting your spanking for. I want you to understand why we got to this point.
I'm like, let me tell you stuff. My child will take a secret and he gonna keep a secret. You tell
Ain't that the truth?
ain't it the truth? He ain't gonna tell you. So that's why, and it wasn't a secret of what happened. It's just the fact he didn't say, I didn't do it, daddy did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, yeah. So it was yeah, out of error. And then what I tried to do is, even though I was crying and I apologized to him and stuff, what I tried to do, I was like, in my mind, how I tried to justify it to a certain point was like, well, you gonna do something in the future and I ain't gonna know about it. So this your spanking right there. That's how you gonna do something in the future that I don't know about. So that's your spanking right there. But it still didn't work. But
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure my child did do some stuff that I don't know about. But excuse me. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that was some. So I had to. So I had to suck it up, Buttercup, and go and
Yep.
apologize to my child. And I think I cried more than he did. Cause my child, you hear he ain't crying, he gonna, he's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but I knew he was hurt because I spanked him, but not hurt because of the pain of the spank, but because I spanked him. And then
Yeah.
yeah, I
When
cried
he
more than
didn't do
he did.
anything.
I cried more than he did, but yeah, I had some choice words for his daddy, so that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying about apologizing to, your
Yeah.
child. You can hurt your child's feelings, and whether you hurt your child's feelings or you don't know you hurt your child's feelings, because a child soaks up. Let me tell y'all this: a child is like a sponge, and they will soak up things. So if you telling them that they ugly or that they stupid or they ain't gonna mount to nothing, they're gonna soak that up, and that's what they're gonna start believing. And you can't keep saying it to your child because that's affects with their self-esteem. You have to build them. You have to build them up. Another thing is, like with my child, what I learned from my child is, because, like I said, I got a divorce, and it was me and him. Glued. Before that, it was him and my mama glued to each other. But then when I got divorced, it was me and him glued to each other. So what I learned when he got older and told me is, he reacts to how I feel. So if I'm mad, he gonna be mad, even if he don't know, the person might not have did nothing to them, but he's mad because I'm mad. If I'm feeling sad, he gonna feel sad. If I'm feeling happy, he gonna feel happy because he soaks that up. That's how it was, because it was just us. We grew. I always said we grew up together. Even though I was
Yeah.
grown, I was growing into myself as being a mother and not a wife, and he was growing up. So we
Yeah.
grew up together. And so you just have to, sometimes you just have to apologize to your child. And even if, you know I was a single mom, I had to, had some rough times trying to make ends meet, and just, to my child, I can't get you ABCD at this time because such and such and such, and I'm sorry, and da da da. And my child's like, Mom, that's fine, because guess what, he had is no.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm just the surrogate. My child's really my mother's child. I'm just a surrogate.
I know how that feel.
Because of our,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yep. My baby is mine. Yes, it is. Because
Yeah. So
yeah, yeah, my
yeah.
my daughter is just a surrogate because that's my baby,
So
and
yeah, I'm just a
it is what
surrogate.
it is. Whatever
That's
her mama don't do, she come yeah yeah
yep.
yeah yeah. You seen last time she didn't rolled up,
Yep. So
so yeah,
so my child really didn't go without. Because if I couldn't like do it or provide, my mama was there because that's her son.
yeah,
Like I think we told it on a previous episode.
yep.
We was talking about all hail the queens. Um, my child is like my mama's child. Like she treat him like that is her son. What about us? So it's like he's one, and then I'm two, and Keisha's three. But the only reason why I'm two because she lived with me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So everything is all about my child. So she'll be like, "Have you heard from Boo Boo today?" I hear from him every day. He living his life. Did he not text you? Did he not text you? What Boo Boo doing today? Yeah. So he grown now, mama. He's living his life. But so yeah, sometimes you just have to apologize to your children.
Okay.
Whether you feel like you in the wrong or you not in the wrong, but just like when you correct your child, you got to correct yourself. You got to
Yep.
correct yourself. So now if you got some kids that deserve spankings because they out here being that no limit soldier, that's a whole different thing. You might have to do what you got to do to survive and to make sure they survive and they on a straight and narrow. Because if you don't correct your children now, the justice system gonna correct them when they get older, and you don't
And
want
so that being said,
that.
my sister told her story. Me, on the other hand, I am the parents of No Limit Soldiers. I don't even know what's going on. You know what? My household basically calls me the warden. Yeah,
Yep,
I am the warden.
she is.
Uh, my husband is the correctional officer, and my kids are quote unquote the inmates. And they know that because if I don't keep them in line, they're going to run them up. Y'all
And they
got to
will.
remember that these kids are not of my gene pool. Me and my husband's more laid back. He's more of a homebody. I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm like, I can do either or. I can be at the house chilling or I can be out there having a good time. I'm very studious and like to read and do all this stuff. My husband, he's more of the athlete. My kids, all five of them, do not come from our gene pool. So none of them really fit anywhere within our scope of characterization. Um, and I've had to parent all five of my kids differently. Now, the last two I can parent the same because they come from the same gene pool. They are actual sisters, but my other three, I have to do them differently. I have one who is independent but can't be independent. Um, she is she want to be independent, and I push her to be independent. But then it's more or less like I make wrong decisions, and then I don't know how to get out of it. So I just kind of it's like stopping in the middle of the road and you ready to get hit by a car. Until I go move your butt. My second one, I feel like we've been in the military
Upper
together.
room. Let's just pray.
We still in the military together. I'm about ready to disarm.
Up, do we freeze? You froze, sister. Okay, amazing people. So my sister froze. Um, and I don't know if she's going to be able to join back because she froze. So, but with that being said, she might be trying to come back on. Well, we're gonna see. So I have a few more quotes, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I'm not sure if my sister's gonna be able to come back on. Um, hey, this is media entertainment. Um, anything can happen when when you're doing a podcast. So another quote I have is successful mothers are not the ones that never struggle. They are the ones that never give up and despite the struggles. So with that being said, and that's by Sharon Jane. So with that being said, all mothers struggle. I mean, you may see a mother that looks like everything is happy go lucky, and it may not be. She may be wearing a mask covering something, but all mothers struggle. So just wear that as a badge of honor and do what you do, because despite that, you're still successful. And I ask that you celebrate the small successes. So if you getting up out the bed and taking a shower was a success for you today, celebrate that small success. Your household have been chaotic and the kids still alive, celebrate that. Your child who might be like a D student come home with a D plus, because you got the D plus, the D, and the D minus. If they was a D student, they came home with a D plus and they tried hard, celebrate that. They come home with a C, ooh, we going out for pizza, because it's the small things that,
Yes.
that you do. So hey sister, I see you back.
Yeah. Whoop. The girl was eating my ice.
So I don't know what froze up, but
Yeah, you had froze and I was talking, but hey, anyway, keep going.
so yeah, so hey, as part of a podcast, you never know what's gonna happen. So,
Exactly.
despite your struggles, mother, celebrate your success. Celebrate the small ones. Celebrate the big ones. Just celebrate.
Exactly.
Also, another the last quote we're gonna talk about, which is by the actress Nia Long. Excuse me, and she said, "It takes a village. I just do the best that I can do, and I don't try to be superwoman." Amen and
Yes, yes,
amen.
yes.
Because
Yes.
it takes a village to raise a child, but it also, not only do the children need a village, adults need their own villages too. So we all need a support system. So what say you, my sister?
Yes, it takes a village to raise your children. Just, when you're doing that, make sure that, um make sure that you still know your place as the mother, and the advice that you are getting from them is just that advice. um you know so I would have, like, if my sister is talking to one of my kids, or if I tell her, hey, I'm having this issue or whatever, and she calls up my kid and be like, look here, you ain't gonna be doing this and this,
Been there, done
you
that.
know my kid's gonna come back and be like, Aunt April was fussing at me, blah blah. You right, and good, because she did exactly the same thing I would have done. And that's what I told you. So, I have people do that. But if you have somebody come in and going, well, don't do this and don't worry about it and don't listen to them, whatever. No, I don't need that piece on it. I need somebody who's gonna back me up with what I'm trying to do for this kid.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it do take a village. It really do. And sometimes your village can be small. Sometimes your village may be big. It's still a village.
Yes. And like I said, and adults need a village too. Before we even got on this podcast, I was talking to a friend of mine whose child is about to be pushed out the nest, but she don't want the child to go because she feels like she hasn't prepared the child for the world, and she actually don't want him to live home. And I was just on the call with her, was like, I'm gonna need you to let it go. Say a prayer and let it go. I got a book from adulthood, from high school to adulthood. I said I would give you the book. You read the book, he read the book, and y'all start practicing some skills, the basic skills for him to leave home. Because eventually he gonna leave home. And
Yeah.
even though you don't want him to leave home, you gonna have to cut them apron strings and let him leave home. So not only am I being the village towards her child, I'm being the village for her to support her, because she ain't ready. He probably ready, and she don't think he ready. He probably ready. She ain't ready. So,
Yep.
um, yeah, adults needs villages too. So let's talk right quick about some self care strategies, and we'll talk more about this in the upcoming episodes. But mom, for some self-care strategies, I need you to find some me time. Even if you got to go into your closet, go into the bathroom, make sure the bathroom door is locked. If you got to put something underneath the lock, underneath the door to hold it in, because these kids can get into a bathroom. They don't care if you sitting on the toilet, you in the shower, what you doing. If they want their mama, they gonna come up in there. So if you
Yes.
gotta hide in the bathroom with the lights out, breathe like, so they won't hear
Yep.
you breathing. Hide in your car, hide in the closet, hide in the car, get in the car and just take a drive whichever way the car is going. Get you some me time for yourself, even if it ain't but 15 minutes a day. If you have to get up a little earlier to meditate, or have you some me time before you get ready, and then you wake up the rest of the household to get ready, find you some me time some
Hmm.
kind of way,
Yep.
even if it's just 15 minutes. I love books. I love reading. I will go to the library or to Barnes and Noble and be in the library, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, whatever library, all day long. That was just me because my mom was watching my child. But even if it won't all day long, that was my getaway, is the books. I could be there
Hmm.
reading books. I could be reading magazines. I could be on there on the computer. I could just be there, just sitting there breathing, just being one with myself and God. Find you
Hmm.
a way to get you some me time away from everybody, even if it's not but 15 minutes a day. What say you,
Yes.
sis?
Um, I'm the same exact way. I love reading. So my thing was going to the library. I would go to the and I just didn't, and I would tell you all the time. Remember, I'd be like, girl, I just went to the library today, just ran my hands across the book. I ain't even get nothing. Just walked up and down the aisles, just ran my hands across the book. You flipped open the book, smelt the pages, just
Yep.
just because I just need, and that was my me time. Um, and then when I was doing nursing school, my me time became my hour, my 45-minute ride to school and my 45-minute ride back. And that was my time where I got up in the morning after, getting my kids off to school or whatever, and I'm riding down the road. I would, have my talk and my morning prayer with God. And then depending upon, what day it was or what was going on or what I needed, it was, a different type of genre of music. So, but a many a day, test day, ain't gonna lie. Oh, it was gospel all the way because I needed Jesus. And but, but that was my time, my 45 minutes that I had, um that I could just talk with him, talk to myself. I ain't have to worry about nobody looking in the car and saying that I was talking to myself. It is what it is. I sometimes you gotta answer. um and then it got to, once I finished school, it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm not riding down the road anymore. I need to figure out where I can do this at. And again, it was maybe just taking a drive somewhere, but it ended up being where I took space in my room and I would use it for like my meditation. And I found stuff on YouTube and I would meditate before I go to bed. Like I put everybody in the bed at night, and then I cut on my headphones, cut on my meditation music, and I would sit there and I would meditate, before I go to sleep, and burn my incense and do whatever, anything that I needed to do to wind myself down and to quieten my mind.
So yes. So moms, whatever you like to do, find you some me time. Like I said, it could be 15 minutes. Find that me time somewhere. It could be 15 minutes a day. It could be 15 minutes a week. But try to carve out somewhere in your daily routine. Find some time to do me time, because self-care is important. Like I said, even if
Yes.
you gotta go hide in the bathroom, cut the lights out and put something else against the door, because they will lock the door. They will find a way in if they know you in there. And then they
Yes.
keep banging, Ma, you in there, you in there. Don't even just
Nope. I'm not.
just,
I'm not in here.
just be quiet. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
so so find you some quiet time, go into your prayer closet. It could be in your car, your garage. You can take a walk around your neighborhood. I used to walk to the mailbox and back, because the mailbox was further from my house. Mailbox wasn't I lived in a townhouse, so the mailbox wasn't right there. It was in another centralized. I walked to the mailbox, walked back, just dee dee dee. Ooh, look, the leaves falling. Oh, they got some Christmas lights up. Oh, it's March. Why they still got Christmas lights up? Just just dee 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 dee. So find you some time for you. You can
Yes.
journal. I used to journal all the time. You can journal, read, meditate, talk to God, listen to music, um, get your little laptop, because they streaming movies and TV shows. Get your laptop, your phone, your iPad, whatever. Go somewhere and watch a little movie or TV show. Even if the TV show is just like 30 minutes, watch a little 30 minutes TV show. That's your time. Yeah, find you some me time, moms. So, anything else before we end, my sister?
Nope. That's it for me.
All right, amazing people. So we will be ending this episode, and we will catch you next time. Which will be, holiday specials coming up. So yes, I love the holidays. Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Christmas are my favorite holidays. Um, so yeah, it's my favorite holidays, and it's also the days I cook the most.
And do. Mm-hmm.
And we do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then you don't be hungry, because when you be cooking, you be taste testing and stuff. But that's for another episode. But you
Exactly.
got to make sure everything tastes. So by the time you sit down to eat, you don't want to eat because you already ate. But so I wish you all blessings and love.
Bye, everyone.